JD's in the element. Welcome to the 20th episode of the Recap Podcast.
This is the 20th episode.
The crowd goes crazy.
Do you think they're actually going crazy?
No.
They probably don't even
They're
care that
probably
much.
like,
Also,
I skipped the
it's showing up
19th
on their podcast feed as like season 2, episode 8, I think.
Oh.
They're like, I don't even
Gotcha.
know.
That's fine.
But it's the 20th episode nonetheless.
Nonetheless, it's
You
the
just have to
20th
trust us on
consecutive episode, not consecutive, right? Because we
It's just
take breaks.
20th total, yeah.
Yeah. Well, to start this podcast, Colin, I have a deep question for you.
Oh, I like that.
What's better, a cold toilet seat or a warm toilet seat?
I leaned back, but this is too intense of a question to lean back
It's a
for.
big one.
Let me think. Let me just talk through this.
Yeah.
There's the cons of each one.
Can I
Yeah.
make a stipulation? Okay. In an outhouse in the winter
Oh,
time.
my
In the winter
gosh.
time. In the winter time. So we're talking outhouse porta potty winter toilet seat. You gotta sit.
Right.
Urinal not an option.
Urinal's not an option. So cold is bad because obviously it's cold.
Because obviously burr.
It's freezing.
on your buns.
Right on the butt. Oh, we're on buns. It's a Christian podcast. So we'll say buns.
We're Christians here.
Tush maybe. Tush okay?
No.
No, too far.
I just don't like that
It's
word.
it's just a little bit too secular. Would you say?
I just don't
Too
like
worldly?
that. I just
Too
don't like
worldly?
that word.
I'm just kidding. Too cold on the. It's too cold on the cold seat,
Mm-hmm.
but warm seat. It's like, oh, someone was here before me.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. And if we're talking cold outside, somebody was there like recently. Like
Yeah,
it's fresh, right?
You walked in as someone else walking. out.
Probably, yeah.
So that's a lot of fun.
And you're like, maybe they just didn't, like maybe they just used the standing urinal. Then you're like, oh, nope,
no,
they
did
didn't.
not. Wow. Probably cold is better. I
Okay,
think.
okay. Better for you.
Yeah.
It's a personal opinion, personal matter. Okay, now take the outhouse cold away.
Okay.
Is it still cold?
I might actually have to change it in both cases.
Wow, okay.
I think warm's better because
Wow.
Here's why.
What? That's crazy.
I know people have been there either way.
But it's not the same.
No, in my mind it's not, but I think after 3 seconds I get over that.
3 seconds is
You
all
sit
it
down.
takes you?
You're warm and you're like, okay, I'm over it.
That's not how it happens for me.
No? You sit
I
there the whole
down,
time
it's
going,
warm,
"Ugh."
and I'm like, ew.
But it's either way, it's gonna be warm within a few seconds.
But it's my warmth.
But it's mine.
It's my warmth.
You're right.
I don't know. It just kind of weirds me out. Kind of grosses me out. Gets me
Yeah, it's a
kinda
little gross, but
icky.
I mean the whole process is a little gross that you're sitting somewhere that everyone
No.
else is. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Welcome back to the Recap Podcast.
20th episode.
This is number 20, as you've heard several times now.
I'm excited, you guys.
Ian's pretty heckin' excited.
Yeah, I had my Taco Bell to celebrate.
This is our 20th episode and our Halloween special.
Ooh.
Not that that's that
guys-
exciting for you guys because this is coming out on November 2nd
Yeah, but we're filming it
on Halloween.
on Halloween.
Yes.
Halloween. Can you put a Batman mask over my face?
No. Unfortunately, we're doing this on a Tuesday, so I only have one day to edit instead of two. So it's just it's all out the window.
Justice.
So you're just gonna look like a loser imitating Batman with no mask.
I am Batman though. Everybody knows.
Well, I
so
know.
it's chill.
Right.
Right.
So we got a lot of fun stuff in store. A lot
Yeah.
of Halloween themed content. Lots. It's you just gotta look pretty hard to find it. That's all. You gotta read it because it's not directly there. There's nothing. There's nothing.
This might be the most underprepared we've ever been for an episode.
Yeah. So
That's not true. We've been more under.
we've been less
We've
prepared.
been less prepared. The first episode, dude, that was a disaster.
Yep.
I don't remember it.
They're all their own special kind of disaster.
Yeah, they are. But we love it that you got.
It's our disaster.
Maybe that should have been the name of the podcast.
The Lovable Disaster.
Yes.
I don't know.
Guys, should we rebrand?
That's just a little bit too ironic.
The Lovable Disaster. It's a disaster, but you guys love it.
That sounds like the kind of thing that a millennial couple would say about their family.
Their marriage, yeah.
Or just like, we have 3 kids. We're that lovable disaster.
And they like start an Instagram account called Lovable Disaster, and then TLC picks it up and they get their own reality show because they're so different than everybody else.
Well, because they have 9 kids and they're all little people. You know?
God.
That's every show. Every TLC show is either a bunch of kids or little people. That's all they got.
Or really big people.
Yes.
They have a lot.
Little people, big people, or a lot of people. That's what they should change the channel.
Little people, big people, or a lot of people. That's funny.
That is funny. Wow.
Oh, man. I used to think that we could get on TLC, my family.
Yeah?
Because we have six boys. And I was always like, man, wouldn't that be so cool to be famous on TLC? And then as I've grown, I've been like, oh, wait, that means that every mistake I make will be broadcasted to the entire world.
Right.
Which is what.
Because everyone loves the Duggars still.
No.
Right?
No. That would be not the truth.
That's
the Duggars, the Duggar story is hilarious.
It's pretty crazy.
They were like, whatever, and then the one kid did that thing, and then they were like, it's fine, we'll just take him out.
And they're like, actually, it's everyone.
Yeah, and then they're like, actually, no, 19 kids and counting is dead.
I'm not coming for 10%. I'm coming for everything.
Yeah, and then
that's not the actual quote. I don't remember what it is. It's from, what's that one with Andrew Garfield from The Social Network? It's like a meme.
That's what it is.
Was I right on?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have questioned myself. I'll cut it out.
And then they came back with like the Duggar sisters or something like that, the movie. Or it wasn't a movie.
I know a couple of them written books.
Oh, really? Yeah, a couple of them have written books, but they came back with like another show. It was the same show, just a different name.
Oh, Counting On.
Yeah, Counting On, because but it like followed the girls and their whatever.
Well, now there's the new docuseries.
What?
Yeah. That's all about like the I don't know, the guy. What's the guy's name?
Josh?
No, not
the guy.
Not part of their family. Oh. It's like the Bill Gothard. Is that his name?
Yeah, maybe the guy that they were like taught
the
from
Christian
or
fundamentalism or
yeah.
Whatever. It's about like how that
whole thing
their
played
family.
Out. Yeah,
I didn't watch it.
I didn't either. I didn't even know it existed. Actually,
it existed.
Interesting.
Anyway, a lot of drama.
Yeah, so
we have 19 kids. There's bound to be drama.
Yeah, so I always thought I could make it on TLC.
Maybe you still could.
Still could. I'd have to do something either really weird, really stupid, or really cool.
Just be little, big, or lot.
I'll have a little heart with a big body, and I'll be a lot to do.
That sounds like the episode of, or the title of one of their shows, Little Heart, Big Body.
No, big body, little heart. No. Little body, big heart. Maybe it'd be that. I don't know. I feel like we're discriminating.
I don't know what this is, but it feels like discrimination.
I feel like people are getting offended.
Oh, dang it.
Have you seen that?
Listeners.
Have you seen that? There's this video on Instagram. This lady walks up to a taco truck that says like authentic Mexican tacos. It's a whole spoof on like liberalism and getting super offended about stuff.
Yeah.
And this is white guy running the cash register, and she's like, "How can you claim to be authentic American or authentic Mexican tacos when you work here?" And he's like, oh, "I'm just selling tacos.
I'm just selling tacos."
She's like, "Oh, really? I bet your food isn't even cooked by a Mexican." He's like, "My food's cooked by Juan or whatever." And he's like, "Oh, really? I bet you have some poor homeless Mexican back there cooking for pennies on the dollar." And she yells back into it, and she's like, "You don't have to work here. You could go find your own job, do your own thing." And this guy turns around, and it's this Korean dude. It's this skinny Korean dude named Juan, and he starts talking in Korean to the other guy. And the lady just sits there in like disbelief. She's just like, and the guy next to her goes, I can't believe it. You're not sure what to be offended by right now. Oh, you probably had to be there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I dragged that on and you guys were like, that was stupid, but
I can see how it'd be funny.
It's a pretty funny video.
It sounds
you guys
like a
should
funny video.
look it up on the internet.
Just Google Mexican taco truck. I mean, you'll find it.
You'll find it if you Google Mexican taco truck.
First result, easily.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
What do we got next on our outline here?
Next up is life updates.
Yes.
So, I got big news.
You got big news?
Yes. I got
the beans.
I got mid news. It's exciting for me and for you. Guys, the podcast is moving.
It's true.
Yep, we're moving to a different location.
The podcast is moving.
Yeah, we're probably not going to have to take a week off, but it could happen. We'll let you know as we get closer.
I'm kind of thinking at some point we should record a bonus episode just to have available if for whatever reason we can't film 1 week and just drop that instead.
And be like, hey guys, welcome to the bonus episode.
Yeah.
The Colin and Ian of your timeline are currently busy. So we're here to fill the space.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Thank you.
I like it. Yeah, we'll do it sometime.
We'll do it.
But yeah, so me and my fiance, who are getting married to each other, are
that's how that works. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, go to the courthouse, get the paper, go to the
So
ceremony.
your fiance and you are marrying one another.
Right, because my fiance's fiance is me.
Shut up. Wait, so
Yep. My fiance's fiance
is your fiance.
Is my fiance.
Uh-huh. So if you get to more than 2 fiancés, it just cancels out. The 2 of them cancel out one another.
Right, my fiance's fiance
is just you.
It's just me.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're getting married. And so we need a place to live, right? When you get married, that's a thing that happens. And so we went and looked at this little house in a town pretty close by.
In a town. It's in a town.
What's it? It's like 6 minutes from here or 8 minutes from here.
Dang.
It's a whole different town, you guys. It's crazy. And so it's this cool little rental property. We're thinking we're gonna do it. It starts in February, so we might. So like, I haven't told you this yet.
Tell me.
So like our lease starts February 1st, but we don't get married until February 24th. So the whole house. We'll like start moving stuff in, but the whole house could just be the podcast studio for like a month.
I'll just live there.
You could.
I will.
Do you want to live there with me for a month?
Kinda.
We could do it. It could happen. Anyway, that's not for sure. Probably shouldn't have said it on the podcast, but it's out there now. It could happen.
Yep.
That's actually a really fun idea.
That's a fun idea.
All right. Anyway,
we'll talk about that later.
Getting carried away. Okay. So
we're gonna have a studio in there.
There's going to be a studio at that place. It could be there's like this little den area that could be that in there, or there's a second bedroom that we could use. So
either way,
it's undecided at this point. I mean, we'll probably film a couple episodes around and see what feels right.
Walking around the house.
Yeah, we'll just see what feels right. But yeah, so I had that exciting news to share. We are blessed with that place, and we're excited to share it with the recappies.
The Dexters.
Yeah.
The recappies.
The recappies. Not the recappies. The Dexters.
Speaking of Dexters, they've got some DMs. Oh wait, I gotta do life updates.
You skipped ahead.
Dang it, that was such a good segue. I almost want to not do life updates now. Do I even have anything?
You might not.
I might not.
If you don't have anything, that was a complete waste of a good transition.
It would have been. What I had something I wanted to talk about.
You got a haircut?
Today. We talked about that.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
You just like it so much, Gwani.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I saw on the way here. I saw a funny thing.
Oh,
you want to hear about the funny thing? It was just kind of funny. It was just one of those things that I was like, "Huh, that's kind of funny." And took a picture of it.
Nice.
There's this like CBD place.
Yeah.
Near us, and I saw they have like a bullet pointed list of the benefits. Or like the uses of it outside their
of CBD
store. Don't read it.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to show it. I just took a picture so I could read it. I just want to read this list for you. Because I think it's kind of funny.
And this is on the side of a CBD store. This is what's listed.
There's just bullet points that just say these things.
Okay.
It doesn't actually. They don't say these are benefits. It just says this is a list of
stuff on the side of a building.
Here's what we got: anxiety,
nice,
pain,
good,
inflammation, skincare, sleep, pets, and more.
My favorite list of things. What is that? 6 things? 8 things?
The 6 keys to a happy life.
That's incredible,
anxiety,
dude.
pain.
Anxiety, pain.
The first 3 are required.
Skincare.
You need the first 3: anxiety, pain, and inflammation. You get the first 3, and the other 3 come with them.
Yeah, that's funny.
Anxiety, pain, and inflammation, and then because of that, you get skincare, sleep, and pets.
There you go, and more,
and more. Yeah, I thought it was funny though, because
it doesn't say.
The first few were funny, or were like, okay, whatever. Anxiety, pain, inflammation. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know much about CBD, but then I was like, skincare. Really?
Ooh.
It's like, yeah, it'll make your anxiety go away and your pain, even your inflammation, and just put it on your skin.
But no,
it'll help.
It's not to put on your skin. Colin's like rubbing CBD oil into his skin.
He's got like a leaf. It's not doing anything.
I started to break out, but they said it's part of the process.
I'm detoxing. This is what's happening.
Oh, that's
killing the bad bacteria, but leaving the good
bacteria.
Give it to your pets.
We've always thought it's funny, my family, back in the day when cable used to be a thing. We'd watch.
Don't you still have cable?
I think we do, but I don't.
That's not a thing.
I don't know that we watch it much.
Right. Bless you.
Sorry, I just had a yawn. Back in the day when we used to watch cable, you'll get the commercial for like medicine or something, and they're like, could cause severe sickness or death. Contact a dermatologist if you experience any of the
It's always with
symptoms.
the ones.
And then they list 500,000 symptoms. One of them's like runny nose and stuffy headaches.
When the drug was meant to stop runny nose and headaches.
Yeah. Symptoms could include.
So the symptom could be the thing you're fixing, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this one that the only thing I see commercials on, because all the streaming services don't have commercials except for Peacock, because we have like the lowest tier one, so there's commercials all the time. And the worst part is they're like always the same 6 commercials.
Yeah.
And one of them is for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
Nice.
Like, I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
When does it go from like mild to moderate? You're like, okay, you know what?
Okay, now my plaque psoriasis is moderate.
You ever see, this is switching topics a little bit, but you ever see that commercial you ever see any of the Capital One commercials?
Yeah.
Specifically the one with Taylor Swift?
No.
Oh. That one is on all the time, Ian. Just nonstop.
Is it?
Nonstop.
I believe it. Look at that. We brought up Taylor Swift again.
That's how we do it.
Yes, every time, dude.
It's a fun commercial though, because it's there's a part where basically it's like Taylor Swift, but like all the different eras are like different people. So there's like a bunch of Taylor Swifts throughout the commercial. And there's one where the one's like trying on these headphones.
Yeah.
She's like, they're noise canceling. The other Taylor Swift's like, you're being too loud. She's like, thank you. So that's a fun one, because I quote that. My sister and I quote that all the time.
You do?
Like if someone's being loud, just be like, you're being too loud. They'd be like, thank you.
Thank you. That's funny.
It is fun.
Dude, commercials used to be the best. Man, they used to be fun to watch. Like the Allstate commercials. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem.
Yeah, just on cable when there's some variety.
Yeah, and that guy would be like destroying a house with an axe or something.
I don't know that one, but it sounds fun.
You don't know? Do you know the Allstate Mayhem guy?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's so funny. He's the guy that does the voice for the Home Depot ad. That's the power of the Home Depot. You know that one? He's the guy. Maybe it's not him. Anyway, he's funny. And then there was a Capital One when Samuel Jackson used to do it.
Oh, he still does. There's another one with him. That's a garbage commercial.
No, they used to be good. Or then the Allstate guy with the really deep voice, he'd be like, "Are you in good hands?" I'd be like, "I don't know, maybe."
The commercials you just chose as the fun ones are like the most boring commercials I ever heard. That's crazy.
Oh, I just like I used
You're
they
like, these
used
are
to
so
just
fun,
be
and then
like my
you did, like,
friends.
the
though.
boring-
They
the
were
friend.
like, or like the OG Jake from State Farm one.
Yep.
That commercial's hilarious. Who are you talking to? Jake from State Farm.
Oh, really?
Jake from State Farm at 3 a.m. Who is this?
Yep.
It's
Now they got
Jake.
new Jake from State Farm's ones, and Drake's from
Yeah.
State Farm.
They're
ones.
just not as good.
No, they're just not funny.
But it was brilliant to bring him back.
Oh yeah.
Because they had one good commercial,
Right.
like a good neighbor.
But was
State
it
Farm
brilliant
there.
though? Because I don't know if these ones are successful.
I think they were in the beginning, though.
Were they?
Yeah.
I just don't know. I guess I don't have any way of knowing if commercials are successful or
Yeah,
not.
because like I don't know, did they drop this thing and then all of a sudden State Farm's insurance company like took off and people are
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness, they brought Jake back. I'm
All
gonna
I
switch
know
to State Farm.
Is whether or not I like the commercial.
All I know is Jake says like a good neighbor, so State Farm's gonna be there for me.
Yeah, maybe I should switch
I'm gonna do it. Or dude, the farmers commercials, farmers insurance.
with the J.K. Simmons.
Yeah. Because those are always funny because it's just like crazy stuff that
Yeah.
happens.
They're funny,
Like,
but then
yep, and we covered it.
but then it's like you watch the same channel more than a couple nights in a row, and then
and
it's
you
like
see
the
it
same
12
commercials
times.
over and over
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the problem.
I always liked watching Comedy Central commercials because you get little clips of The Office here and there. Be like, oh, I like that episode.
Yeah.
I hope that one's next. And then it's like, nope, we're done. Now it's The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. And you're like, oh.
All right, time to turn the TV off.
Okay. Real question. Does anyone think that Trevor Noah is actually funny?
No.
Okay,
Next
then
question.
why does he get to be the host of the Grammys?
Does anyone think that any late night host is funny?
James Corden is hilarious.
Is he though?
Yes.
I don't think he is.
He's a funny guy.
I don't know.
Really? The carpool karaoke guy?
I don't think it's funny.
No, I think
I don't think it's funny.
he's funny. I mean, I'll say it.
I'll say it. I'm not afraid to take the controversial stand.
He's not funny.
not funny. No.
I just
What are
need-
you doing right
Just
now? Don't touch my microphone.
it's just bent too much and it's causing a little bit of
fine.
noise.
Is it really causing noise?
Yes.
Does this stop it?
Just work with me here.
I
You're
am.
like,
I am.
it's fine. And then you're like, wait, it's
Is
causing
it actually causing noise? Though?
Yeah, I heard noise.
But is it? Are you sure it's caused by the?
No.
Is this fixing it?
No.
Okay.
And it could just be us breathing too.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, commercials are fun.
They are.
Dude, you know what commercials aren't fun?
Which ones?
Apple commercials.
What? Are you serious right now?
Yeah, just like get to the point. What?
Which one?
They're like 4.5 minutes long every time.
They're 30 seconds.
Okay, the ones where people were like dancing in the streets with the AirPod pods and stuff.
Did you watch like on TV or like
TV.
you specifically searched out the full version of it on YouTube
No,
or something?
I didn't do that. The Super Bowl Apple commercials are really long.
I think Apple commercials are always one of the ones where I'm like, that was a good commercial.
Yeah, that's just because you're biased.
So are you. You like Apple.
I like Apple, but I don't like their commercials because they're not good.
I think they're
That
good.
makes me not biased.
I think they're good. I like them because they're not so pushy. They're not like two people standing there and being like, I got the new iPhone 14 Pro and it's awesome because it's a great camera.
Like Verizon
Yes,
stuff.
I was just talking to my sister about this
Yeah.
on we were watching TV, and there was because there'll be an Apple commercial every once in a while,
Yeah.
and then you'll have the carrier commercials from like T-Mobile or Verizon, and the Verizon one will be like, yeah, just like that. I got the new iPhone 15 Pro and it's got titanium and it's really cool. Blah blah.
Yeah.
You should get it too.
Yeah. And they're like, no way, it's too expensive. And they're like, actually if you
you're
switch to
right, but
Verizon.
we'll give it to you. Dude, there's a T-Mobile commercial, and at the end they're like, switch to T-Mobile and we'll give you an iPhone 15 Pro, an Apple TV 4K, and a year of Apple One on us.
Yeah.
We're like, what?
Every provider either has cheap rates and expensive phones or cheap
yeah.
phones and expensive rates.
Well, plus they'll lock you into like a contract and stuff, and it's a whole. You're not getting free stuff.
Mint Mobile
Nothing is free.
by Ryan Reynolds. That's the way to go. I think my
Now
brother
that-
has Mint Mobile.
That is bias right there. You just like Ryan Reynolds.
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah,
And it's like $15 a month, unlimited talk and text.
great.
Might not be unlimited data though.
Every provider is unlimited talk and text now.
Yeah, I know. So it's probably.
Oh crap! I went over my minutes.
Oh, no.
I don't even really know what that means.
I don't either.
I just said it because
never known. I've never known. My mom used to have this old phone that we would use when we would like go skating down at the Hanky Pit.
yeah.
because we need to call somebody to come pick us up. And I remember we used to load minutes onto it. I have no idea what it means even to this day.
I think with a phone call, it's just like how many minutes.
Right, but how can you run out of texting minutes?
I think every character counts towards a certain amount.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
I think so.
I always thought it was like screen time. Like, oh no, I'm gonna run out of screen.
So I got to send it really fast. No, I think it's because it doesn't. The carrier doesn't do anything until you send the message. You know, so it's only costing them.
Right. Oh, that makes sense. Every character is like a certain amount of minutes.
Right. I think that's part of why people would text like the shortened words. That, and they had like the number pad.
Yeah.
So it's like
I texted like that for a while.
Really?
Did you ever do that?
My phone had like the keyboard, but every once in a while I would do the number pad.
Yeah.
Just because it's fun.
Yeah. My first phone was a flip, and I texted with the number pad because
It's brutal.
Yeah, it's brutal. It didn't have the keypad like the flip.
Gotcha.
Flippity
Yeah,
flip
mine was a slide.
keypad. I did have one like that for a minute, I think. No, I didn't. No, I didn't actually. I went straight from that one to an iPhone 7.
Nice.
And then from 7 to XR. We're still here today, baby.
Yep.
You know it. It's like 6 years and going on, running.
You ever want to get
6 years of running?
You ever want to get like a Gen Xer riled up? Just ask them what dial-up is. Or just tell them you don't understand dial-up.
I don't understand dial-up.
I don't really either. From what I mean, I kind of do.
All I know is that every time I talk to people about dial-up, they always bring up floppy disks, whatever that is. They're like, "Oh, you guys don't even know about the floppy disks." And I'm like, "No, I don't."
Correct.
But you don't know how to check your email, so
you know what? I don't know how to write a check either. So
hey, checks could be the move, okay?
So
checks
I think
could be the move.
Dial-up is like internet used to be, or it would when you wanted to connect the internet, it had to be like over the phone line.
Mm-hmm. I think that's correct. Yeah.
So, and it would transfer that data with like those weird sounds.
Yeah.
Or the weird sounds was like the audio representation of the data it was transferring or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy.
It's fascinating stuff. Because like if
fun.
you wanted to connect to the internet, you'd have to dial up and then it would connect, or it would send the internet through the phone line.
It's like, sorry, no one can use the phone now.
Yeah.
I'm watching YouTube. No one can use the
Get off the phone. I want to watch YouTube. That's funny. That's funny.
That's funny.
You Dexters, you sent us some DMs.
Yeah, you did.
You have questions for us. So
the Dexters have questions. We got answers. It's time for
Dexter's DMs. Bum, bum, bum.
That was a good stinger.
You're welcome.
I liked it.
You can grab it out of this and make it a singer.
Yeah.
If you want.
Probably won't, but I like the idea.
All right. First question comes from the man himself.
We're saying names now.
Well, you know who this is, right? When I say the man himself, everybody knows who it is.
I'm assuming I know.
It's Dexter.
Oh.
Dexter. Oh. You're like, oh, that's not who I thought it was. Who do you think it was?
Jesus Christ. Oh. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, actually.
I thought for sure it was Micaiah. I don't know why.
Oh, no. The man himself, Drew Vogt, a.k.a. Dexter. He
Call him by his
says,
real name, please.
Dexter.
Dexter.
Okay, he says, fold or scrunch?
Scrunch.
I agree, scrunch.
Scrunch.
But I don't get it. Like,
we're talking about toilet paper, right?
Oh, is that what he's doing?
I think so.
Okay, originally I thought he was talking about like, originally I thought he was just saying like which word is better, fold or scrunch.
Oh,
and I was like, I think scrunch is a good word. And then I was like, okay, maybe he's like what do you do? Like do you fold your underwear?
You just scrunch it.
Or do you scrunch it? I don't know. Do you fold your socks or do you scrunch them? Do you fold your shirts or do you scrunch them? Like
you just throw them in the drawer.
But toilet paper makes a lot more sense. So my answer.
I don't know for
scrunch.
sure. I mean, I'm assuming.
Do people really fold? Is that a thing people
so.
do? Why are you like? You have too much time on your hands in there. Like
it feels, without getting too into it, it feels like it's more effective to scrunch.
I would agree. I would agree. Yeah. And less risky.
Less risky.
Yeah. Because you have more like,
you don't get
covering
more I was gonna say you don't get so much momentum going.
Yeah. You have more covering your hand. Less potential bleed through.
Right. You don't want that.
Also, I just think that it might use more toilet paper. My the bathroom that I use most often, I know exactly how much toilet paper to grab every time because I take the little piece and I go to the ground and back up and then I rip it off.
Nice.
Right there.
Nice,
That's
nice.
all I need. Maybe I'll have to do it twice.
Sure.
I mean, but but anyway. Okay. All right. So that was the question. I definitely thought that was.
What do you guys think?
Question.
Fold or scrunch? Comment below.
Comment below.
What do you think the question's asking? I'm 90%, 95, 98% sure.
I don't think we'll ever know. He's not really good at getting back to us. like
for being the lead fan,
like
he's
we're
just
still
the
waiting.
worst.
We're still waiting on the recap podcast.
Yeah, what the heck, Dexter?
And he said what was it, 4 weeks ago?
Something
he was
like
like,
that.
I edited it, or I filmed it, I just need to edit it. Anyway, that's okay. We get it. You're busy.
You're risking losing your status, Dexter.
No, he's not. We cannot rename.
I'll do it. I don't even care.
Okay. Well, I don't have the
I'll start my own podcast.
Fine, do it. I don't have the mental capacity to rename the fans. No, I don't. What would we rename them to? The recappies?
You already did it once today. You can do it again.
I did. All right. The second question comes from the man himself.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Micaiah.
I was so close.
And Micaiah says, what does a guy have to do to get his own segment? So obviously we need to address the hurt in the room because
some
he
of you
feels the pain.
Some of you want your own segments and you just
Here's the deal.
Don't get them.
Here's the deal, you guys. Listen, okay? The people who get their own segments provide us with content. So if you send us
a two-way street.
If you send us, just sending us DMs isn't going to get you your own segment because you're just lumped in with Dexter's DMs then. If you send us specific DMs about a certain topic again and again, maybe you could get a DM.
And Micaiah, we talked on Sunday. We're working on it.
Are we working on that?
We're working on it.
Okay.
I talked to you about it too. But we won't spoil anything for the listeners.
Right. I just didn't know that we were working on that. I thought we were just haha, he wants to do that. We're not going to.
No, we're going to do it. It'll happen.
All right, we're going to do it. So that's cool. Anyway, so that would be how you get your own segment. Send us specific. Help me out here.
I think Pacific is the word you're looking for.
Send us specific questions or Pacific topic ideas.
And maybe.
Honestly, Pacific anything.
And just make it Pacific. I don't want any.
And you'll
this
get
is not
your
the
own
Atlantic podcast.
And
this
you'll
is
maybe get your own
podcast.
segment. But we're talking it needs to be Pacific.
So Pacific.
And consistent.
Pacific and business.
Is that the right word?
Pacific and persistent, I think is the word you're looking for. The terms.
Persistent and consistent.
Okay. What's the next question?
Exactly right. Every time. And then maybe you can get your own segment.
Maybe.
And Tate gets his own segment.
Give
one,
us
because he's Tate.
money.
And two, because he doesn't usually operate through DMs. He operates through my inbox, my personal
And
inbox.
honestly, half of it is
tied.
just the alliteration. We've got Tate's talks, Dexter's DMs, the same letter. If you can come up with something that's the same letter and if it's fun and it's good.
If you can be like, hey, I want this to be my, or
if you name the segment and give us content for the segment, it'll probably happen.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying.
Easily. All right. Last question. It's a simple question. That's how it starts. It's a simple question. And
I'll be the judge of that.
Actually, he used perfect punctuation.
Attaboy.
Simple question, comma. What are your favorite memories together? Question mark.
That's a great question.
It is a great question. I've been thinking about it, and I don't know. There's a trend going around town right now.
Oh boy.
About it's trying to find a picture of me and bro that I've known for 9 years.
That's so true.
I can't find a picture of the guy. That's how I feel about me and Colin. I'm like, yeah, I've known him my whole life. What do you guys do? I don't know.
Do a podcast once.
We don't really do anything together. But I'm gonna let you answer first.
I don't know. We worked together for it was a pretty brief
This is maybe
time period.
It was at least 3 months.
3 to 6 months, maybe.
I'd say, yeah, 6 to 3. 3 to 6, something like that.
Okay. We worked together at a church for 3 to 6 months. That was really fun.
That was fun.
I'm thinking of specifically sorry. I say it wrong sometimes. Specifically, there's a few like bigger projects we worked on.
Yeah.
Because we were both tech directors. No, we were both visual media specialists.
Visual media specialists.
Yes. So we did one where we hung Christmas lights in the sanctuary.
Yep. That took forever.
It took like a week.
It took way too long for what we did. And it didn't work.
It worked.
We gaff taped it up and then it all fell down.
They fell pretty quick. Yeah, that's true. And then mostly Christmas tree related stuff, because then we did those trees in the front.
Yeah.
That was fun too.
We did the lights. I don't actually think I was working for the
you just did it for fun?
I think I was just being like paid.
Oh, gotcha.
So I didn't have a position at the
or
church.
Was that,
I was just being paid.
That was for sure when we did those LED strips on the back wall.
That was also, I was just paid.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
And we had Logan and Marlo for that too.
Just Marlo.
No, Logan was there.
Not for all of it.
For the day that Marlo was there, Logan was there.
No, I have photographic evidence that.
I have photographic evidence contrary.
That's freaky. Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Let's get into it.
Now we're fighting. All right.
Yeah, no, those are good times, man. Those were really good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got? Still nothing?
Yeah, no, nothing. I don't remember hanging out with you ever. No, I'm just kidding.
Boy.
I would certainly say that the time that we worked together was a blast. Specifically because it was just like close quarters all the time. Like we were always with each other.
And it was fun stuff.
Yeah, we were doing fun stuff.
It was for me.
And it was fun too to like, I think that was over a summer. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would have had to be. I mean, a summer into a fall.
Yeah, because we were in school.
Right, but we did stuff like middle of the day. Like we got there
right,
at
that's
like
what I'm saying.
1 o'clock.
So it must have been summer.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was fun to like just like go from work and then we were like, hey, you want to like go hang out tonight? And we're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it felt like out of a movie looking back at it, which is, wow, that's fun. That's fun to think, wow, I'm getting such nostalgia right now. Nostalgia. Those were fun days. The summers back in the day with the four boys.
The boys.
Go back to our episode called "The Boys Are Back in Town"
Those
to
are the
see
boys.
the OG friend group.
Yep.
That like going up to that fire tower,
Dude.
climbing the fire tower. That was fun.
That was something.
Colin didn't love it, but
I didn't like it at all.
Did you ever climb up there?
Yeah, I did.
One time, I think.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And you were kind of like, yeah, this is dumb. I'm getting down.
Well, the problem was it was scary climbing up.
Yeah.
And I didn't like being up there because I just was thinking about that. I was going to have to climb back down the whole time.
Yeah. I feel you.
That's all.
Yeah. I liked that place. That was fun. And then, I don't know.
I got something I want to talk about.
All right.
And this might just be me going on a rant.
I'm not going to say anything, so it will just be you on a rant.
You're not going to say anything. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is a PSA for everyone. People need to stop talking about their dreams. And by dreams, I don't mean like your hopes and aspirations for the future.
Oh.
I mean like a dream you had.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I think we all recognize when someone else is like, you want to hear about the dream I had last night? Inside, you're like, no. I care so little. I literally couldn't care less.
For real.
But then you think, I don't know why anyone does this. And then you have a dream and you're like, I gotta tell everyone.
I gotta tell someone about this. I just did that recently. And you know what? You know what's a bummer is that it wasn't recently, but anyway, you know what's a bummer? Within my family, we all have a reputation. Each one of us have a reputation for exaggerating stuff in our dreams.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, all of a sudden I was flying and whatever. And then you're like, then I was dropping through this lava cave and you look around, people are losing interest and you can see it. And you're like, and then Jesus reached out and grabbed me. And they're like, what? No way. And you're like, yeah, no, it really happened.
And all of our dead relatives were there. And he said, you know what? It's time for you. This isn't your time yet. You got to go back. And then I wrote a book about it. Whoa. That got controversial quick.
Colin just got really controversial.
I didn't take a stance.
I didn't make a statement.
I will though.
Public statement. Yeah, no, talking about dreams is overrated.
It's just it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
You know? It's like I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And I just have to tell myself every time I want to just be like, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell, because no one cares. You know? Because it's like you wake up and you're like, that was so crazy. Everyone's gonna care.
Yeah.
You know? Like this is the most insane thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Because for some reason in your mind, it's like, this is life changing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Dreams are weird because you like wake up and you can almost like feel the memory of it fading.
Yeah, that's true. I thought that was hilarious what you just said there. This is so crazy. Everyone's going to care.
But they don't. It's a lie.
But none of them do. None of them care.
So that's my I know you don't some of you don't want to hear it, but you need to.
You need to stop.
Just stop.
You need to stop.
Just stop. And maybe you'll reject that advice right now, but when you're thinking about this later tonight as you're laying in bed or next time you have a dream, just remember Colin was right. No one's going to care. They may pretend to care.
Yeah.
They may give you, that's crazy, bro.
And you can always tell your spouse,
I guess,
or your significant other, and they have to care.
I would say don't even tell them.
But yeah, but they have to care.
Yeah.
If it's so crazy that you're like, somebody's got to know, and you can't contain yourself, tell them first, and then
if they give a reaction,
and then
other than,
have
"Wow,
them listen to
crazy."
this, and have them look at you and be like, nobody cares.
Or
Then
have them
there
help
go.
you like, to be like, okay, how can we embellish this a little bit better to make it a better story?
No. No. No.
Add
Don't
Jesus to it.
lie. Add Jesus to it.
I'm not saying lie.
I'm just saying add Jesus to it.
It's not lie if Jesus
Throw a
is in
little
it.
Jesus in there.
If evangelism is involved, it doesn't count as a lie. That's what I've always said.
If what?
If evangelism is involved, it's not a lie.
It's not a lie. It's a half truth.
It's a half truth, but it's for the king. It's a lie for the kingdom.
It's a lie for the kingdom. That's funny. Do you think God will reject that soul? All right, I'm done.
It's like, how'd you get here? Well, a guy lied to me. Nope. Anyway, that's dreams. What do you got?
I got this little game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me about this game.
I have, with the help of ChatGPT, compiled a list of 50 of the most popular companies in the U.S.
50.
50. And we are going to I'm going to say the name of a company. You're going to say
boy, you're
the
just gonna give me
first
one.
slogan that comes to your mind. You're just
Okay.
going to have to be like, and okay, we'll use the Pepsi one first,
Yeah.
just so the listeners can get a taste of what's going on here. And then if
So-
I have one, I'll come back at it. But mostly it's going to be me throwing at you.
Fun.
Because you're better than this.
So the concept is we're just coming up with slogans for companies.
Yeah.
Basically.
So like if I say Pepsi Cola,
He'd be like, Pepsi, we're not as good as Coke.
boom,
Slogan.
roasted. Boom,
Boom,
roasted. Yep, we're probably going to say that after everyone. All right, are you ready, Colin?
Yes.
Okay, Apple.
Apple, we're expensive and not that much better than anyone else.
Boom, roasted.
That wasn't that good. This is going to suck.
Microsoft.
Microsoft, we reprogram your brain with vaccines because Bill Gates.
Boom, roasted.
YouTube, it's parody. I'm not serious. Don't
That's funny.
don't demonetize
That
us,
was
please.
funny. That was funny. Watch this one.
Yeah.
Netflix. We have ads now.
Netflix, we have the thing you're paying money to not have.
Netflix. We have ads now. Oh man, that's funny.
That's a good one.
Home Depot.
Home Depot, because Menards was closed. That one's not true at all. Because
Yeah, it is.
What?
Well, Home Depot's better.
Home Depot
than
is so much better.
It's
You
better,
would've
than
given-
Menards. But it's a great one.
Thanks.
Let me get a good one here. Walmart.
Walmart, because Walmart put in every small business in your town out of business since the year it started.
That was so unorganized.
Like Walmart.
Like
It was
Walmart.
a themed
Yeah.
slogan.
You're right. You're
you
right.
know?
You're right. Chevy.
Chevy. Winning more JD Power awards than actually exist.
That actually exists. That's funny. Winning more GD Power boards than actually exist. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Zoom.
Zoom. We're just the worst.
We're just the worst. Zoom. We got you through the first years, okay?
Zoom. Remember us? We still exist. Zoom. You thought you were going to have... Let's see.
I'm dying over here.
Zoom. You thought school was closed? Think again.
Yeah. Zoom. You thought a pandemic would stop us? Not a chance.
Never.
Okay, how about this one? I'm going to... No, that would never work. I was going to name the slogan and then you would
try and get... You were just
I'll give you one guess. Okay, here we go. That'll be 1750, please.
I have no idea.
Starbucks.
See, that one's funny when I know the name of the company, but I'm just like, is it Walmart?
Yeah.
I don't...
Spotify.
Because Apple Music wasn't available.
Not true.
We've established I'm biased towards Apple. Okay?
I know. Oh, Shopify's on here. How about that?
Shopify.
Airbnb.
I got
one. Airbnb. Stay in someone else's house for the night.
You thought your house was gross.
You thought your house. Airbnb. Yeah, we clean the sheets.
Airbnb. Hotels, except we don't serve you.
Yeah.
Hotels, except for you work for us.
Yeah. That's funny. The Walt Disney Company.
This is where the conservative Christian jokes start coming out. Disney. Grooming your kids. Boom.
That's all roasted. Boom. Roasted. The General Motor Company. Yeah, we own them.
That's good. Yep, that one too.
Yeah, we own them. That was funny. McDonald's.
Oh, you keep giving me the companies I like.
I know.
I can't roast.
Can't roast them. Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
McDonald's. We're pretty sure it's meat.
That one's good. We're pretty sure it's meat. Oh, the Ford Motor Company.
I'm trying not to do because Chevy wasn't available.
No, yeah, that one's dumb.
There's no good roast of Ford other than it's not a Chevy. What do you got?
I don't know. I was going to say the Ford Company. America. Because it's like the only thing they have going for them.
Right.
They're like, yeah, we're building America. Number one truck in America. Pfizer. Ooh, what do you got, Colin?
I got a couple. Let's see. Pfizer. Hardly know her.
Yeah, don't stick that in my arm. Oh, the Bank of America.
Pfizer, because America's obesity can't be the number one thing leading towards heart problems.
That was too long. The Bank of America.
Well, Bank of America, profiting off of your poor financial decisions since whatever year.
All right. You're getting bad at this.
You know what, Ian?
Can you do Facebook?
What privacy?
That one's good.
Thanks. That's pretty good one.
Tesla.
Electric. I don't know.
Tesla. You need a charge. I like Johnson & Johnson.
What about
it? I think, and I know
just
this
the company?
joke. I know this joke is like older than time itself, but like when you start talking about the no cry soap, and they're like, how do they know?
How did they test this?
How did they test this on the children?
That's a Tim Hawkins joke, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah, he's like just squirting in their eyes, like
bring in the next one.
Bring in the next one. It didn't work.
Nope. Back to the drawing board. That's funny.
Anyway, so that was us.
What else we got on this list? You deleted it.
I can put it back.
Put it back. I just wanted to look at the list. You gotta try some.
I gotta try some. I'm not very good at this.
Yeah, well, you told me I was getting bad at it, so now it's your turn.
Yeah, but I was never good at it in the first place.
Well, the problem is I had a format, and then it just started getting repetitive.
That's what happens with the format.
AT&T.
See, like I don't have anything.
Yeah.
AT&T. We bought them out. It's like the same thing as General
AT&T.
Motors.
We're all basically the same. Let's be real.
AT&T, we're gonna buy you.
We're the other one. No, we're the other
We're
one.
the other one. That's funny.
Nike.
Nike.
What's slavery?
What's?
Jeez,
dude.
And on that note, we'll be done with this segment.
Oh yeah. Nike. Sure, you can use my 10% gift discount. My staff. Sure, you can use my staff discount.
You're too nice with them. I'm just going off the child labor jokes with Nike now.
Yeah, with everything you are.
Because they're all child labor.
I know. Uber's a good one. You could do Uber.
And you thought you were bad at driving.
That's not that. They're all the same, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Twitter.
Twitter.
We're
Twitter?
still here.
What's Twitter?
Yeah, I know.
It's X. It's X now.
It's X now. Adobe.
Oh, you can afford it.
Oh, you can afford it.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you need it. You need it. You do need it.
What Twitter? What's $60 a month?
What's Twitter? What's
Or not? Sorry, not Twitter. Adobe.
Oh,
Adobe.
I thought you had to charge for Twitter nowadays.
They've got like just like all the other ones. They've got the stupid premium.
You pay to be a Thread member or something.
Pay to be
verified.
Verified, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was us doing a segment that got progressively worse.
That was us trying to be funny.
Someday we'll do a segment that progressively gets better.
Can you imagine?
That would be wild, dude.
I don't know if we'll see that day. Some of
Maybe episode 40.
Some of you might not live to see that day. Some of you might. You youngsters out there.
People could go at any minute. All right, you guys. I think we're getting close.
That's got to be a podcast.
We got to be pretty close to a podcast. Should we do the final?
Yes.
All right.
I think we got time.
All right. So it's time for everybody's favorite. Why do people do that?
Why do they? Why, Ian? Why do they do that?
Why do they do that?
Why
It's
do
so
people do
annoying.
that?
It's so annoying when you do that. Oh my gosh. Stop doing it.
I like how we try to come up with a different. Like we just do the same thing every time.
Why do people do that?
Like, why do they do that?
Why do people laugh at a story like midway through telling it? They're like, "Oh my gosh, dude, you got it, you got it."
And they tell it. They tell the story, and it's just their dream.
He opened the door, and he looked at the guy, and he was
right. And it'd be one. It's as though they like can't even contain how.
Yeah,
funny
they can't
it is.
contain how funny this.
And it'd be one thing if it was the funniest story in the world.
Right.
And you're just like.
Yeah, like you give the courtesy laughs, you're like, where?
And the problem is,
what are you talking about?
they do that, and you feel obligated to courtesy laugh, but they haven't even gotten to the punchline yet.
Right.
So you're courtesy laughing. You've already done like 3, and then they get to the punchline. You're like, I'm out of courtesy laughs, dude. This is.
I don't have anything else.
I've already done like a darn that's crazy, and like a dang, and a couple courtesy laughs. What do you want from me?
Darn, that's crazy.
That's no.
Wow.
Dang.
Your mom's a nurse too.
You said what?
You said
he made what gesture?
That's funny. Anyway, I'm just like, that one just gets me, man. Because they're like, oh my gosh, you guys, I just walked. I just walked. And the worst is when they post it on Instagram. They're like, this will be a funny reel. And it's 4 minutes long. And it's a 20-second story.
Yeah.
And they sit there and they laugh in their car with their Starbucks in their hand. And they're like, oh my gosh,
Like
I just went and got this Starbucks.
Chewbacca mask lady. Remember that
What?
one? You never saw that? Dude, that was super. That was like a viral video, like I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. It was like this Chewbacca mask toy you could get. And it was just like you wore it and then you opened your mouth and it made the noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like a big Christmas. It was one of those Christmas gifts that was like the big one that year, I think.
Okay.
So she's like, it was like the Southern lady. She's like, I saw this and went out and bought it. And she's like puts it on and she's like trying to talk about it and just every time she opens her mouth
That's funny.
it makes the noise and
She's like,
she just starts laughing like crazy.
Yeah.
It's fun.
She could have just taken it off.
Coulda.
Yeah.
Once it got viral,
I'm just like, dude, tell me your story, then laugh about it. Let me laugh with you. I want to.
It's funny that you mentioned the reels though, because people do that. They're like,
yeah,
it's like, okay, you couldn't have like re-recorded it,
right? You could have done something.
It's like when people post videos of themselves crying. You know,
exactly.
It's like you did you like stop yourself from be like, hold on, like get the phone out and then start again. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe we should post some crying videos.
We could post some crying videos. They could just be using the filter.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's my question.
I don't know why. Actually, I think I know why people do that.
Why?
It's like they know, or they're not getting a reaction from you, or they really want you to laugh. So they're trying to they're hyping it up with the laugh.
Just hyping it up. Yeah, but it doesn't work.
No,
because
it doesn't.
Then I'm out of courtesy laughs, and I can't even afford to give you one of those.
Yes, you use them all up before the punchline.
Right, like
don't use up the courtesy laughs before the punchline.
How many courtesy laughs does a guy get? 3, maybe.
3 is a lot.
3's a lot. 2, maybe.
No, 3
3
is a good amount. I go through 3 with a lot of stories.
I'd say 3, maybe 2. Or I'm sorry, 2, maybe 3.
That's better.
Yeah. And like you only really get like, I mean, honestly, you can probably have like 4 wows.
Oh, I can. But then you bring in the variations. Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang.
How many yas?
I don't do a lot of yes.
Oh, really?
Give me an example.
Do you do any,
yeah.
like,
I mean, it depends on the story. If it's a serious story, I'd be like, dang, it always works.
Dang.
If it's serious, like, dang, bro. If it's a funny story, you're like, dang. You're so silly.
You're so silly.
You're a goose like that. God dang.
God dang it.
God dang it. I used up my courtesy laughs again
No
before the
more
punchline.
laughs. All right, you guys.
So going forward, just don't tell unfunny stories. Don't talk about just stop talking.
Stop talking, you guys. This is the moral of the podcast today.
I'm gonna go on my podcast and talk about how you shouldn't talk.
Well, we're allowed to talk.
We're allowed to talk.
We have a podcast.
We have
a LCC.
Yeah, we have one.
LLC.
You were close.
We don't actually have an LLC, do
No.
we? No, I was gonna say I didn't remember doing that.
I don't think no.
I don't think we
don't
could
think we
ever
need
have one.
Never. It's
If we
not
actually start
possible.
making money on this, would we have to file taxes for it?
I think so. I think if you're under a certain amount, you don't have to.
I don't know how the rules work with podcasts.
My strategy with taxes is just avoid paying them.
It's
I'm
called
kidding.
money laundering.
So the way I've been really good at evading taxes for
all
the
right,
past
you
few
guys.
years.
All right,
I'm
we're
kidding.
done.
I'm kidding. I'm seriously kidding. I pay all
Colin's
my
incriminating
taxes.
himself,
I
and
pay all
we're
my
gonna go.
taxes.
We're gonna go
Legitimately,
now.
I pay taxes.
Colin
That's a
pays
podcast.
taxes. That's a podcast. Appreciate you guys being here. Follow on the socials. Tell your friends. That's really what helps.
After your friends talk about their dreams and tell a dumb story, be like, you know what?
Be like, you know what? You should
I got a
listen
podcast
to the
for
recap
you.
podcast.
It's the 20th episode, actually.
20th episode. Guys, we made it to the 20th episode. Thank you for
I
coming
never thought
along
I'd
for
see the
this
day.
journey, this emotional roller coaster of a day.
Here's to the next 20 years. 20 episodes.
I mean, 20 years, man. I'm in for it if you
I don't know about that.
Come on. 20 years.
20
All right.
years.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.